There's a silence more dangerous than war. A silence broken only by missile tests, propaganda broadcasts, and the sharp glare of a dictator's stare. At the heart of that silence is Kim Jong-un, the elusive leader of North Korea. To the world, he's a caricature of tyranny, strange haircuts, parades of rockets, and fiery speeches. But behind the memes and the mockery lies a story far more complex, and far more dangerous. This is your forbidden dossier on North Korea, and the truth about what might be coming. Opening, the chilling signal. It was just another Tuesday. But at 3:22 a.m., a seismic sensor registered a tremor in the mountains of North Korea. Within minutes, satellites confirmed the unthinkable, a nuclear detonation. North Korea had tested a bomb, again. This wasn't a warning. It was a message. A message to the United States, to South Korea, to Japan, and to anyone who doubted that Kim Jong-un had the power to shake the global order. But here's the question: why now? And what does he really want? The legacy of isolation. To understand Kim Jong-un, we have to go back, not just to his rise but to the birth of the nation itself. North Korea was forged in the ashes of World War II and hardened in the Cold War. The Kim dynasty began with Kim Il-sung, a guerrilla fighter turned godlike ruler, who built a regime on isolation, paranoia, and absolute loyalty. Kim Jong-il followed, introducing nuclear ambition and a strategy of brinkmanship, threatening war just enough to extract concessions. And then came Kim Jong-un. Young, Western-educated, brutal, unpredictable. When he took power in 2011, many doubted he would last. But in a few short years he executed rivals, purged generals, and accelerated missile development. Today he commands an arsenal capable of reaching the US mainland. Why the threats never stop. To outsiders, Kim's threats seem like theater, a show for domestic audiences. But they serve a darker purpose. Each missile launch is a bargaining chip. Each nuclear test is a statement of survival. The regime knows it cannot win a full-scale war. But it doesn't need to. All it needs is the threat, the fear, the uncertainty. Kim's strategy is simple. Keep the world guessing. Extract aid through tension. Maintain power by keeping enemies close and citizens terrified. But now things are shifting. New alliances, new dangers. Russia, China, Iran. In recent years, North Korea has strengthened ties with nations that challenge the Western order. Some analysts believe that advanced missile tech has been traded for oil. Others suggest cyber attacks against Western banks and infrastructure were coordinated with outside help. This isn't just paranoia. In 2022, North Korean hackers stole over $600 million in cryptocurrency. In 2023, leaked satellite data suggested missile parts may have been sourced through covert networks linked to Eastern Europe. In the shadows, North Korea is no longer alone. The nuclear dilemma. North Korea has conducted 6 nuclear tests. Experts believe they have between 40 and 60 warheads. Some could be mounted on intercontinental ballistic missiles. But here's the real concern: miniaturization. If North Korea has successfully miniaturized nuclear warheads, they can be launched from mobile platforms, submarines, or even smuggled across borders. This means preemptive strikes are riskier. This means sanctions may no longer work. This means containment is collapsing. What Kim wants? Beneath the bluster, Kim has clear objectives. 1. Regime survival, no deals that weaken his grip. 2. Global legitimacy, recognition as a nuclear power. 3. Economic relief, but on his terms, not through reform. He's not irrational. He's methodical. He studies Western politics. He watches US elections. He tests not just missiles, but resolve. In 2018 he met with Trump. Smiles. Handshakes. Promises. But no disarmament. Since then missile tests have resumed. Sanctions tightened. Rhetoric sharpened. The real threat. Kim doesn't want war. He wants leverage. But the danger lies in miscalculation. One errant missile. One misread tweet. One false radar alert. And the Korean peninsula ignites. South Korea with its advanced military. Japan with US bases. America with its treaty obligations. China with its own interests. A chain reaction, from Pyongyang to Washington, from Seoul to Beijing. Life inside the regime. We often forget the cost paid by those inside. In North Korea, children are taught from birth to worship the Kims. Foreign media possession is punishable by death. Entire families vanish into prison camps. And yet, a black market thrives. DVDs smuggled in, USB sticks with foreign films, secret radio signals, a quiet rebellion of information. The regime responds with fear, but fear is cracking. A world on the edge. As the global balance shifts, with wars in Europe, tensions in Taiwan, and economic shocks everywhere, North Korea is watching. And Kim Jong-un is waiting for distraction, waiting for weakness, waiting for the moment when a single strike will force the world to kneel. Not with conquest, but with a mushroom cloud. And yet we laugh at him. We mock his appearance. We dismiss his speeches. But behind the theater is a man holding a detonator. The Forbidden Dossier. Conclusion. The world doesn't fear North Korea because of what it is. It fears what it could do. A rogue actor. An unpredictable strike. A miscalculated test. And suddenly the dominoes fall. This is not just about a dictator with nukes. It's about a fragile world order hanging by a thread. And a regime that thrives in the shadows, ready to step into the chaos. This is your Forbidden Dossier. The next move is his. Are you watching?